Okay, I'm just gonna give it a few minutes, make sure everybody, let me lift this a little bit. Whoa, is anybody dizzy yet? I almost need this up a little bit higher, but it's gonna have to do. Okay, I shared, maybe if I move this thing. Thank you for always being patient, you guys. When you can see me and hear me, let me know. So I know this is working, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I shared in my last thrifting video, like my thrifted finds, what I found. And I have been looking for just a small kind of decorative rocking horse that I could make over. Red is great. Red is one of my mom's favorite colors to decorate with. It's just not a color for me. And so I wanna change this up, and it's gonna be neutral. And it did come with this little, which when I get it done, I don't know, I probably will just leave it off because I just like it plain. But I already took that off because I didn't know how long that would take me or how it would end up, but it kind of left a little, like it was stapled in there. So I'm going to use a little bit of Dixie Belle mud. You guys, this stuff, if you paint anything, work with wood projects, I would say have this stuff on hand. It's so easy to work with. And this, I didn't really need much, so I'm not being really perfect with it. It's not like it was a huge divot or anything. And don't use your fingers, I just did. But like I said, I actually do have a tool here that I could have used. So I'm just kind of filling that in. It would have been fine without it. I love like wood pieces that are painted or not painted that just have a ton of character, dings, or you know what I mean? So that it didn't bother me, but I just thought I'd share it with you because I love that mud. It's just so easy to use, and I use it. I've shared it here many times. I've shared it on Instagram, on my website. It's just, I love that stuff. It's so easy to use. So I am not going to leave this guy on him either. And I'm gonna dust him off a little bit. So, yeah, he's good. Okay, it just looked like he was kind of dusty there for a minute. I had to close my window because the sun shining was coming in. Sun shining was coming in. We'll go with that. So I had to turn on the light next to me so you guys could see me. So, my two favorite paints right now, I love Dixie Belle paint and I love Wise Owl paint. I love them. Annie Sloan, I want to know if any of you guys have ever used Annie Sloan. It's been around forever. They actually reached out to see if they could send me some colors and some like some samples. And so I thought I'd share those with you guys today. And they're like the perfect little size for projects like this. So I'm just going to share the colors. This is Paris Gray. Whoa, that color. This is French Linen. In a lot of paint brands, I love the French Linen color. Paloma, you guys, I think I need readers. I mean, I do use them sometimes when I'm reading books, but don't tell anybody. It's just between you and me. And these are just blue light that I try to wear all the time. And then this one's Old White. So that's what I'm gonna use today. They also sent me these amazing brushes. They're massive. Can you guys tell how big they are? They're not gonna fit down in here. So I'm gonna use just a little paintbrush to do this guy. So let me always shake your paint before you open it, and always wear paint clothes, which I don't have on. And that's usually never a good thing for me. Okay, are you kidding me? Why can't I open the paint can? Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is not a paint can opener, I know. Anybody else use like butter knives or scissors? This is just one of these flat things. Okay. Ooh, it's a pretty color. So white colors, I actually have a blog post about the difference in white paint colors. There's a huge difference. Like you think you're getting white and you'll end up with purple or gray, or just, there is a way to, I've never used this paint before, but I am not priming it or anything. So I'm hoping this covers. Anyway, whites, you can think you're getting a white paint color, but they can lean blue, green, purple, gray. And there's a way to kind of pick out the right white, but I wrote about that in my blog post, especially with us doing a lot of flip houses. I've learned the hard way. And doing our own house, I cannot even tell you how many times every room in our house has been painted, a cajillion. And that's a real number. We're going to say it's a real number, but it's been a ton. So I've kind of learned a few tricks for getting the right paint color so you're not having to redo paint all the time, because we've been there and it's not fun. So it seems to be, have any of you used, you know what I might do? I might kind of move you guys so that I can stand up and kind of, it's bigger than I thought. I thought I would just be able to sit down and do it. Have any of you guys used Annie Sloan paint? I know it's very popular. She's like the original chalk paint, I think. But this is a really pretty color. I like this. It's called Old White. It's not really a crisp white. I don't know what it's looking like here on the, it's not really a crisp white. It's kind of got more, it's not so cold, I guess. Is that the word that I want to, it's not like a stark white, which I like. I love that. And I know some of you said you loved the red horse, so I'm hoping we're okay. We'll still be friends after this, but for our house, this is just going to be better. And I'm going to paint the entire thing this white color. I'll see how it covers. And then I'm going to use, I think, some antiquing wax over it. So that would need to be, it would need to be fully dry, and I need to have all the coats I want on it. So, excuse me. The mud that I put on, it was such a tiny area, and I really wiped it off with that paper towel. But you do definitely, like if you've got, like if I was working on this dresser right here, if you, you know, had a dresser or something that had bigger holes or dents or whatever that you were covering, you definitely want to make sure that's fully dry, and then you would definitely sand it. So you would, but it's just, I just love that stuff. It's just so easy to use, and it fills in anything, and it looks like veneer. I use it with, and let me see. I just love it. So anyway, but make sure that it's fully dry and that you sand it down smooth when you use it before you put paint over it. So when you paint anything, obviously you want to watch around the edges and the corners, because that's where you're going to get the most drips. If you do get a drip, it's not the end of the world. You can obviously go back in and sand it, but it's just less work for you. So if you can catch it before it dries and you have to go back in and sand it and then paint it or prime it again if you're using a primer, it just saves a lot of time and effort. So this, do a lot of you decorate with red? Do you have a lot of red in your, do you have any questions? I don't think anybody has made any comments yet, but I think it's like after, I said before, I think it's, I swear it's like after the first person comments, then I can see comments or something. But red, we actually, when we kind of first moved in-ish, I mean, one of the paint colors in our, we had, before we put the built-ins in our dining room, I actually painted that entire wall red, this color red. And it was that way for a long, long time. My mom has always decorated with like maroons and greens. I feel like that's so 90s. But like she, like all the brass, like the swans and those things that are becoming popular again. My mom had those in our house growing up. Thrifted, of course, or yard sales. That's where I learned it all. From the West Coast. Hello, Gay. I can see a comment. How is the weather there, you guys? It's supposed to be 58 today. It was like, I hate to talk about it because I don't want it to go away. It's like we're getting extended fall. I'm like, if it could just be like this all of December. No, I shouldn't even say December. January and February, it would be so amazing. I said even through Christmas, and then we were talking about it today, and the kids and Matt, well, Gabrielle really, said, no, I want a white Christmas. And Matt's like, I want a white Christmas. I would be fine if it wasn't a white Christmas. Is that horrible? The snow is always so pretty, but I hate driving in it. And then we always get ice, and it's not fun. Not fun at all. So I would be fine with a green Christmas. Well, brown, the grass will turn brown, and I would be fine with that. Who here lives somewhere where you don't get any snow? The West Coast. Okay, where are you? It's foggy there. You do have a lot of red accents in your kitchen. Yes. It's a good place to have red. That's kind of where I'm going to see. So I haven't been thrifting in I don't even know. I'm like, I need to go. So hopefully I will have some thrifting videos and things to take you guys with me. Oh. And then share what I found, if there's anything good. We are starting, if you guys signed up for the giveaway, 25 days of giveaways, we are on day 2. So today we picked the second winner. Yesterday we picked the first winner. So we are not announcing it anywhere on social media. This is all email. So make sure you are checking your emails, because I don't think the first winner has checked their email yet. I don't think we have that information yet, like shipping information. So if you signed up for the giveaway, please check your email. And the second winner, I think that email kind of just went out. So definitely check it, because after 30 days, then we will be picking somebody else. So, and these are good giveaways. So I want you guys to get them if you win. Let me see. Yes, I think so too. So I've been looking for, they're not easy to find. I've just been looking for a simple one that I could, under the Christmas tree. I don't want to set this down. Let's just do it like this. Under the Christmas tree, or anywhere really you could put it, but it's been hard to find one. And then this one, I found this last week. So, and it wasn't like a ton of money either. I can't remember how much, but, so somebody said that they're going to start a vintage Santa mug collection now. I think that's so awesome. Have you guys, I have only found, no, I did. I found that bag of the tiny ones, like espresso size or something. I did find those, and then I did find kind of a regular sized one this year. But other than that, not during the Christmas season, I haven't found any. I did find 2, I think it was this summer, at a thrift store. I shared that in my stories, but other than that, they're they are getting harder and harder to find. I think you can find them on Etsy, definitely. And there are some Instagram shops that sell them, for sure. So anything like this, what was I painting the other day? I came on here and I was staining that wood nutcracker, and you always want to turn those kinds of things upside down. Something that you're trying to, like a piece of furniture, I always get asked, do you paint the back or underneath? No, never. But like something like this small, or like that wood nutcracker, make sure you flip it upside down, and to get all the things, all the spaces. And you don't really notice them, believe me, turn it upside down. when I was doing the Nutcracker, I thought I had like all the inside part done. And then when I turned him upside down, I found so many like inside the mouth and on the lever and stuff that I didn't get. So you don't see these areas until you flip it upside down. Okay. I just want to finish this while I have him like this. I did in stories, I don't know if you guys check stories, but I asked a bunch of yes or no questions. I'll turn him around this way. Yesterday, like, are you done Christmas shopping? Does Santa bring all the gifts, or does Santa bring one gift or two gifts? Or I like to hear how they do the holidays. And like when I met Matt, he did it so different. He didn't spend Christmas at his house. He spent it at his aunt's house. And so Santa would show up at his aunt's house. They would go on Christmas Eve, I think. And then they would sleep there and then wake up at his aunt's house, like Christmas morning. So Santa would come to the house Christmas Eve, sit down with the kids. And I think he brought one gift that night. And then, when they open gifts, it's so different than what we have done. When they would open gifts on Christmas morning, each family would kind of have their own, like Matt's family and then the aunts and uncles and cousins, they would kind of not do their own thing. They'd all be there together, but then they would open the gifts from like mom and dad there. And I grew up, we hosted Christmas Eve for our family. And then Christmas morning, it was just us, me and my sister, my younger sister. My older sister, she's 8 years older and kind of moved out kind of early. But so it was always me and my sister and my mom and dad. And Santa brought every gift. So it was never gifts from mom and dad. Santa, they were all from Santa. So I always like to, so with our kids, what we did, we host Christmas Eve here, and then with my sister and her family and my parents, and then Santa brought the gifts. Santa brought the gifts in the morning. So that's how we did it. And I know some people like the stockings are from Santa, or, and the gifts under the tree are mom and dad, or I just think it's cool. It would be cool if everybody could say how they do it or how they grew up doing it, so then we can give everybody some ideas. Because I think, I don't know, and like, are gifts just open on, like, we didn't open anything Christmas Eve ever. Christmas Eve when we had kids then is when we would exchange gifts with like my sister and her kids and stuff. And then Christmas morning, we head to my parents. So then they can kind of do Christmas there. And then we have a different day that we go to Matt's family. It was just getting to be a lot. And Matt's, driving to my parents, and then we'd get in the car and then we drive down to where Matt lives. And then Matt was like, yeah, so it was just a lot in one day, especially on Christmas. And so we do that on a different day. But I love hearing how everybody else does their, Santa left his gifts unwrapped under the tree. I've heard that too. We opened other gifts Christmas Eve. Hello, Tabitha. Okay, I want to see some other. Last fall, I found a vintage set along with, what? Rebecca, how many, so this really is chalky. If you've never used Annie Sloan paint, and I haven't, my fingers feel like chalk, like really chalky. It's not unbearable or anything, but that's my first impression. I think it covers really well. Can you guys, this was red. Red is usually hard to cover. The dark brown, it definitely needs another coat everywhere, but I think so don't ever give up. Don't ever give up, but this isn't pretty. The paint, it's not pretty, and it's not supposed to be. This is just the first coat. So you're just trying to get that first. I am surprised. Literally, I didn't even look to see if her paints, wow, it's really chalky. That's cool though, because I think the finish is going to look really good with, on a project like this with the wax. I will not, so I was going to say this, I will not distress this really, especially around the red. I could distress down here with the dark brown because that would pop through the white paint, but I want to lose the red. So I will not distress here. And this is kind of a really thin wood, so it's not, you know, like a piece of furniture that you can distress so well. So, I mean, it would be a light distressing, and I would only do it down at the bottom where the dark paint is, because I'm fine with that popping through. That would look more authentic than having bright red pop through. Does that make sense? If you have any questions about that. Rebecca, I need to know how many mugs you found with that. Angie, those mugs, they're so fun. And I said to somebody that said, I'm going to start doing this. I said, they're so cute. I love them. I love the way they look. They're so much fun, but hunting for them, it's like, because they're so hard to find. When you do find one, you literally feel like you've won the lottery. So, what? Gay? Are you kidding? My late husband was PR and publicity director at Disneyland for 25 years. What a cool job. That is amazing. Okay, so did you guys go to Disney like all the time? Did you have like season tickets, or did you get free tickets? I'm trying to make sure my sweater's not going to go in this paint here. Wear paint clothes, wear paint clothes, wear paint clothes. I need to tell myself that. I mean, and this is already drying. I'm going to start putting another coat on if we are going to stay here and chit chat, but okay, let me get down here now. I just wanted to make sure I see everybody. My family, Santa filled stockings and left one big gift under the tree. Okay, Lisa, I love that. Santa filled stockings, always my favorite thing. Okay, can we get into this, you guys? Let's get into this. I mean, I want to hear about what Santa does and what you do for your traditions, Christmas Eve, Christmas morning. What do you put in stockings? I mean, I am struggling, not with Gabrielle, that girl, with all her art, and she'd probably kill me if I told you this. All her art and stuff, and like, her list is great, but then you think about the stockings as they get older. It's like, what do you put in there? She actually won her watercolor won at school, and so her watercolors, and if you guys have seen, I share it in stories and stuff, her watercolor is going to be the Christmas card that they're sending out. The school sends out to, you know, people that donate and like all those kinds of things. So she was told yesterday she had to get her picture taken and everything, and if you know Gabrielle, that kind of stuff, she does not want to be the center of attention. But I'm like, Gabby, Santa filled the stockings and his gifts were unwrapped. Our gifts for the boys were wrapped under the tree. Okay, so we would let them open one on Christmas Eve. From Santa or from you? I'm thinking Santa probably brought him Christmas Eve night, so that would be 6 mugs and the thing. Oh my gosh, Rebecca, that's amazing. Aren't all clothes paint clothes? Angie. Yes, I see you. Yes, it's like you try to find the clothes when you're like have to go somewhere. It's like, well, this one just has this little white spot right here. So that's good. That is good. Oh my gosh. Yes, you guys are fun. We had some gifts from us as parents. We went to Mass Christmas Eve. Yep, that's when and while we were gone, Santa... Oh, so then Santa came on Christmas Eve night, and then would you have gifts from you guys on Christmas morning? Okay. Okay, how do I get this guy out of here? I don't know how to do this when I'm live. If anybody knows how to get him out of here, that would be great. The boys would open one from us Christmas Eve. Okay. Okay, so what do you guys put in stockings, especially as the kids get older? I know people put like oranges, socks, gift cards. Like with girls, you know, you can get lip gloss and, you know, fun, little things like that. Gabrielle, you could stick paintbrushes in there and she'd be excited. But Landon, it's a little harder. Gas gift cards would probably be good. But then it's like, for stockings, it's not supposed to be tons of money, right? It's like they're stocking stuffers. They open them all on Christmas Eve. Okay. So then did you go somewhere Christmas Day? Yeah, so, well, no, Matt did just, the one gift from Santa came Christmas Eve. I was thinking that's what kind of Matt did too. Santa's gifts were never wrapped and appeared Christmas morning. Family, other gifts are wrapped. Oops, how did I lose you? Each person in the family has a different wrapping paper, yes, to help identify whose are whose. I love that. We put small fun things in stockings. Those came out Christmas Eve. Okay, what? Like, okay, small fun things for yes, what? Tell me, tell me what? I mean, when the kids are small, it's so easy, right? And then they get older and you're like, we tried not to go much because we wanted it to still be a special place for our son. We did get it free. Awesome. Ironically, we had our first date at Disneyland a few years before we started working there. He started, will always be our Oh, that's so awesome. Nothing in stockings. One year, one of the kids turned the fireplace on. Oh, no. And melted all the gift cards. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. We don't have a real fireplace in our house. That's hilarious. See, I love these stories. We lived in a different state than our grandparents. They would send gifts, would open them to rewrap. So my parents would, no. Oh my gosh, Rebecca, that's the best. So who here likes to, that's hilarious. Who here I was a kid that even if I knew where they were, when I got older, obviously, I never looked. I never peeked. I had friends that would know every single gift, like before Christmas, because they knew where the parents hid them or whatever. And they would go and look at them. I could never do it. I could never do it. Did you guys peek or did you guys, Rebecca, that's hilarious. Gum, candy, lottery scratch. Yes. Okay. Gum, something with their name on it. Notepads, little things. They are so much fun, Tabitha. They are so much fun. I just sometimes feel like I don't want to just be buying things to be buying things. I want like things that you're going to, the Lifesaver book. Oh my gosh. Classic. My grandma gave us that in our stocking at her house every year. I swear, every year. That is like a classic thing. My mom started putting them in her car trunk. I just think it's so awesome that you guys like rewrapped them. That is so awesome. And my brother and I always peeked. Okay, you guys always peeked. Yeah, see, I never wanted to know because then I'm like, well, I'm going to know. I got to act surprised. So then that's harder. And then I know every single gift and what it is. And my dad used to always tell us, and he tells the grandkids this too now. He says, if you know what it is before you get it, then you don't get to open it. You don't get that gift. I mean, he's just joking. But so the kids will even repeat that now. They'll say, Mom, if you know what it is, because I'm always saying, I would just want letters. Just write me a letter. That's really, I love their letters, but that's all I need. Don't spend any money. And then they'll say stuff like, Mom, if you know what the gift is, then you don't get it. So yeah, my dad would always say that to us. Always say that to us. Okay. I cannot believe how chalky this paint is. And not even here. It dried so fast. I would, if you were going to do a piece of furniture or something, I would not tell you to go this fast, but I'm just doing it here. Okay. Oh, this is another thing. We also choose a movie we go to on Christmas Day between breakfast, gifts, and dinner. Stockings, men, small booze bottles, yes, cigars, chocolate, socks, lottery tickets. Boys, socks, box cards, games. Yes. Candy, women, cozy socks, lotions, chocolate, magazines. Yes. Anything there. Yes. Sharon, this is awesome. I know a lot of people that go to movies on Christmas Day. That we've never done it. Never done it. Oh my gosh. I love all the moms locking the gifts in the trunks. I mean, oh my gosh. That's hilarious. That's back in the day when we had the big, anybody else literally have the big station wagon like Clark Griswold. We had a big green, I think it was green and wood paneled. No kid was ever in a like a seat belt. The entire neighborhood could get in the back. Like you open that back trunk thing. and we literally the entire neighborhood could fit in it. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. My parents would just put it in the trunk. I wonder if my sister ever peeked. I should ask her. Because we definitely knew at one point where they kept them, but I'm like, I'm not. Okay, I love this new tradition. Let me read this. Okay, now that our kids are grown, we started a new tradition. Each kid has to bring, $10 worth of canned goods. Whoever brings the most for the $10 gets a prize, and myself and my grandkids take all the food to Salvation Army. Oh, we need to do that when our kids are like, so you're saying everybody can only have $10, and then they have to be like, with the food, they have to shop so that they can get the most food items for that $10. And then so whoever brings in the most food items wins, like, for that year. Choosing a movie we agree on is our favorite tradition. When previews start for Christmas, it's a debate. I love that. Okay, so are there a lot of new releases on Christmas Day? I didn't know that. I just thought people went to movies. Okay, my dad had an MG. There were 5 of us. Yes, I love that. That's a good idea. See, this is why I love when we get to talk or when you guys interact. That's a great tradition. That's a great idea if you have older kids. I mean, it's like a game, which our family loves, to be a little competitive. We kind of are like that in my family, but that's a good idea. And then you're also giving back. Oh my gosh. One year when I was 14, I helped a friend unwrap all her gifts and re-wrap them. I was too chicken to do it in my gifts at my Sharon, that describes so much of me. Like, I was always the scared one, thought I'd get in trouble for, like, just different things. That's hilarious. But then you kind of that's funny. Oh my gosh. That is, so your mom's, so the gift wrap must have been, I mean, what happens if you run out of gift wrap? The gift wrap that was supposed to be on it. See, that would be me. I'd be overanalyzing the whole thing. Okay, I can rewrap them. That's great, but I'm going to run out of wrapping paper and then they're going to know. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. You guys, that's hilarious. Okay, I mean, this is pretty simple. I definitely will let it sit for a while before I put any I'm going to see what it does if I sand it. Do you guys want me to share that with you guys? I can maybe get on quick tomorrow and share that part of it. See, there's even areas here I didn't get with the first. Let me know. I might try and distress the bottom with always start with a fine grit sandpaper. So 280, and just see how it does. If it's not moving anything, then you can always go down. But if you go too harsh right off the bat, then you're having to repaint and like go through all the steps again. So definitely start higher with the number. That's a question I get. So the finer the sandpaper, the higher the number. So like a 60 is going to be a lot harsher, and like those are the projects where you really need to like get a finish off or something. Then like a 320, that's like a finishing sanding grit. You know, you would do that between paint layers or paint coats. So the higher the grit of sandpaper, the finer it is and not as abrasive. Does that make sense? Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh my gosh, Rebecca, so we would put the badly rewrapped part on the bottom. Oh my, and your parents didn't know? I mean, when did it come out when you were like, we were doing this every year? Please share, love your lives. Okay, my dad would always bring us around to see Christmas lights. Yes, the last 3 years we lived in Minnesota, so we didn't do it, but we just moved back home. Cynthia, where is back home? We love Minnesota. We are in Iowa, so we didn't do it, but we just moved back home, so my sister and I are going to, so back home is Minnesota? No, it isn't. So my sister and I are going to start doing it out of tradition, and we lost our mom, and oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. We actually, so I will tell you something, and it's on the website. We have always looked at Christmas lights. Like, that's always been part of our, like, the activities we do. And when the kids started getting older, I'm like, how can we make this more fun and a little competitive? Because like I said, that's where we are. But I have both of the printables. I made two different games for Christmas light viewing, or you know what I mean? One of them is a bingo game. And so it's just like whoever can get bingo first with the different lights. So if you find a candy cane lit up, or you find bells, or you find, like, there's different things on there. And then it's just like a regular bingo card, but I made them so you can just print them off. They're free. And then another one is a scavenger hunt, and there's lists. So as the kids got even older, the scavenger hunt is where we were kind of ended up, because they really liked that. And so they have to be quiet about what they find, and whoever finds the most off of their list. But both of those are on my website. So if you go to mycreativedays.com and then just search scavenger hunt, the scavenger hunt will come up, and then bingo, Christmas bingo, or just click bingo or search bingo, it'll come up. It's just kind of another fun way. And then we laminated them, so then we can keep using them every single year. So, and then we just use dry erase markers. So super simple. And clipboards, we just put them on clipboards. Okay. Cynthia, Vermont. I can't even, all the pictures I see of Vermont, I mean, does it always look like Hallmark? The Hallmark Christmas channels there? I mean, really? I'm sure there's some areas that aren't, but Vermont just looks amazing. Yes, Cynthia. So my website is mycreativedays.com, and then just search those. Your kids will love it. Your kids will, like, even the adults can do it. So, I mean, obviously the driver can't really do it, but Matt always gets caught. And it's like, Matt, stop. They have to find it. It's going to be over here before one year when I was 6, I got a bike from Santa. He assembled it and put both pedals going in the same direction. Didn't know that was possible. He left a note saying, take it to a bike shop because the elves were busy. As a result, I didn't learn to ride my bike until I was 10. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Cynthia, pretty much, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. That's a place that I would love to visit. Is it prettiest? Is it in fall there? Would you say, if somebody was going to visit Vermont, what month would you tell them to visit? I just think, yeah. This is definitely chalk paint. Whoa, that wasn't really dry. I'm going to let the rest of this fully dry, and then I'll put another kind of final coat on it, if it'll stay here. Maybe it won't. I'm just going to lean this up. And then you guys said, so I will try and distress this tomorrow, and I'll get on quick. It'll be just like a quick video, but all of the live videos are always on my feed, so you can find them easily. Just go through and you'll find them. All year, it's beautiful. Okay. Fall and winter for sure, Cynthia. That's when, okay. I'm sure. I mean, just the photos I see just like on Instagram or whatever. I'm like, or here's what it always is. Sorry, I just wanted to shut that. Here's what usually it is. You'll see a pretty photo or like a video and you're like, where is that? I bet you it's Vermont. It usually is. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. Okay, if you guys are watching this on replay later, let me know. Just put hashtag replay, but answer some of these questions because I think it's a lot of fun to read different people's traditions and what you put in stockings. Please keep putting ideas for stockings in here. And then, oh my gosh, do you like to look at your gifts, or did you like to look at your gifts? And if I like to hear the stories too, and new traditions, that's all fun. So Tabitha, yep, you will get a email. So if you signed up for any of the 25 days of giveaways, or all of them, I hope you did all of them, we will be sending out an email. So what we did was you could sign up all the way up till December 1st. You can still sign up for the remaining giveaways that we have. but like day 1 and 2, those are over with. So you can't sign up for those now. But then every day in December now, we are going to be picking a new winner. And so we will send out an email if you are a winner. So make sure you check them, because after 30 days, then we have to pick a new winner. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me know. We've posted it a ton here on Facebook. You could just scroll back and you'll find the link so you can enter. But yeah, or message me on Instagram. Let me know. I grew up in Plattsburgh, New York, across Lake Champlain. Is that how you say it? And love the view of Vermont. Oh, I can't even imagine. Okay, I'm going to hop off here, guys. If you have any other questions, let me know. And I will try and hop on tomorrow and distress like the bottom of this and see how it goes.